One Piece Arcs in 1 minute, Arc 16, Enis Lobby Part 4. Lucci lands on a battleship and Luffy pursues him, and the Buster Call then fires at the ship and Luffy escapes but shrinks into a child again while Lucci looks for him. Frankie and Robin then listen as Spandam taunts them and tries to use Funk Freed, a sword with Devil Fruit powers, but is easily defeated. Luffy begins to return to normal, however Lucci finds him, however the damage he inflicted from Gear 3 kicks in. We cut to the tunnel crew and they are going to drown but are saved by Kokoro, who turns out to be a mermaid. Cutting back to the rest of the crew, they are on a boat waiting for Luffy when an announcement rings out that all of their allies are dead. Cutting to Luffy, Lucci hits Luffy with a Rokugan, heavily damaging him. The crew see him and cheer him on, however the captains and lieutenants from the Marines enter the fray and the rest of the Straw Hats attempt to stall them. During this, Yubashiri, one of Zoro's swords, is rusted away by a Devil Fruit user during a fight. Cutting back to Luffy, the effects of Gear 2 are catching up to him and he begins to falter. Lucci begins to dodge and weave and he hits him with another Rokugan, and as Luffy is about to fall, Usopp takes off his mask and, like Dream, tells him to win, revealing that he came there to save Robin, not to watch Luffy lose, and this causes Luffy to lock in and Lucci hits him with another Rokugan, however Luffy tanks it and uses his Jet Gatling to defeat him. Now the crew have one goal: survive. They then get a message from their allies saying that they are alive, and just as they are going to breathe a sigh of relief, Luffy is so exhausted he cannot move anymore, and the escort ship with their friends is sunk. However, Sanji arrives with their friends and they try and move Luffy, however they are unsuccessful. Usopp then hears a voice telling them to jump, and Luffy says to trust the voice, and they push Luffy off the building with Robin's powers and jump. And out of nowhere, believe it or not, the Going Merry pulls up to save them, and the Straw Hats board the Merry and use Luffy to reflect cannonballs while the Marine ships crash into each other as the gates of justice close. Frankie uses the coup de vent to blast the crew out of Enis Lobby and they return to Water 7. On their way back, the Merry is too broken to keep going, however Iceberg pulls up and brings them back. With the crew knowing the Merry is too broken to keep going, they give it a proper send-off and the Merry responds by saying thank you for a wonderful life, ending Enis Lobby.